We're going to talk about 10 things that we wish we knew about money 10 years ago. Coming up.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to an all-new edition of the Sunday Night Sit Down with America's #1 money couple. I'm Talent.
And I'm Ty, and we're from hisandhermoney.com, where we're managing money, marriage, and everything in between.
This edition of the Sunday Night Sit Down is being brought to you by our friends at Policy Genius. Policy Genius is your go-to place to meet all of your insurance needs. They have a free tool at their website where you can just input your information and get instant quotes from multiple insurance providers to help you make an informed decision about your insurance. In order to find out the details, all you have to do is go to hisandhermoney.com/policygenius. And of course, we'll put the link in the description box below.
Well, guys, we are so excited to be bringing this video to you guys. We were actually very surprised when we started to write down our 10 things that we wish that we would have known about money 10 years ago. We put a video here on our channel about financial mistakes that we made while single, and that was well past 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, we were right at the mark of saying I do when we finally said I do and we got married. So we were excited when Nicole from Frugal Chic Life reached out to us and asked us to take part in this 10-10 money tag. 10 things that we wish we knew about money. So thank you, Nicole, for inviting us. So we're going to just jump right in and let you guys know what are some of the things that we wish that we would have known about money 10 years ago. Number 1, the power of multiple accounts. We have a video here, a very popular video here on our channel. You guys love this video. The reason why we have 13 bank accounts. So you want to make sure that you check out that video for a detailed list of all of our accounts and what we use them for. But we wish that we knew the power of that. When we first got married, we just had probably a checking account, a savings account, and maybe 2 checking accounts, I would say, probably, and 1 savings account. We didn't have a lot of accounts whatsoever. We thought that we were doing fine. However, we did not realize the power of multiple accounts, that the power of multiple accounts will have in our finances as well as our marriage, guys. We have now 14 bank accounts, so we'll be doing an updated video coming soon in regards to that. But guys, it has revolutionized the way that we handle our money. Again, if you want to know further details, make sure that you check out that video.
The second thing that I wish we would have known 10 years ago about money is when you are invested in the stock market, you have to think long term. And the reason that I personally had a problem with this is for two reasons, 2 instances I can think of. I first tried to open up a mutual fund, and I did that. I did the right thing. I put the money in, but the problem I had was I kept checking that doggone statement every month when it would come in, and it would drive me crazy because I'm looking, is it going up? Is it going down? Is it going up? Is it going down? And when it kept going down for a little bit, I said, forget this. I'm taking my money out. And I'm talking about, I didn't have that thing 6 months even. And if I would have still had that to this day, wow, I probably would have been sitting on a nice little pretty penny because the stock market is volatile. But you should always put money in the stock market that you don't need for 5 years or more. So always think long term when you're investing in the stock market.
The third thing that we wish that we would have known about money 10 years ago would have been all about life insurance. You guys hear us talk about life insurance. It is extremely important. 10 years ago, we had life insurance, but it was through our company. We did not realize the power of having independent life insurance. What we mean by that is a lot of people pretty much have life insurance with their company that they work with, but they are unaware that if anything was to happen to that job, maybe you were to get laid off or you were to leave that job, you can sometimes become uninsurable. Sometimes the insurance does not transfer outside of your employment, and if it does, sometimes the rates go up. So I wish that we would have done that sooner. We started looking into getting insurance when we started to have children, so our first child. So we thought, hey, it's important to have life insurance or more life insurance when you have children. But guys, I cannot stress enough, if you are single and you are responsible for children or someone else is counting on you in case of death or anything like that, you want to make sure that you look into getting some type of life insurance. 10 years ago, it was just you and I. We should have had life insurance because if something was to happen to you, I would be responsible with all of the bills, taking care of the home, and vice versa.
Yep.
So if you guys are interested, definitely check out hisandhermoney.com/policygenius. You guys can get a free quote, and I mean free life insurance quote. We highly recommend that everyone do that. And guys, let me tell you, life insurance is so reasonable. For my life insurance, we pay less than $15 a month. That's it. Of course, your price is going to depend on age and health and things like that. No one should be walking around without having life insurance. You want to make sure that you set your family up to be taken care of financially, so in the event that something was to happen to you. Now, I do want to make mention that we do highly recommend term life insurance. We will be bringing a video to you guys separately explaining the reason why and the difference between term and whole life, but term life insurance is the way that we choose to go. And again, you can find out more information at hisandhermoney.com/policygenius. The links will also be in the description box below. The next thing that we wish that we would have known was the importance of teamwork. Now, we were always pretty much on one accord when it came to everything. As soon as we said I do, we knew that we now became one. But in the area of finances, because Tyler was not so good with money coming into the marriage, and I was great with money coming into the marriage, we both thought, and as a matter of fact, it was his idea, Ty, why don't you take care of the budget, take care of all of our financial matters. And you know what? I said, hey, that sounds like a good idea to me. But boy, were we wrong. We did not realize the importance of both of us being involved when it came to our finances. A lot of times I was the one putting together the budget and telling him this is how much we had and things like that. And he would get frustrated and upset with me as if he was being treated like a little boy, saying, wow, all I have is $30 to spend. On the other hand, I felt taken for granted. I'm like, wow, I'm putting in all this hard work, and we clearly are trying to get out of this debt our first year of marriage, and we don't have an extra a lot of money that we could just spend here and there. And so I felt like we were not combined or joined on one accord when it came to our finances. So that was a big mistake that we made.
The next mistake was I was still very, 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 very hesitant when it came to credit cards, because 10 years ago, I was just coming into my own when it comes to handling my money properly. And one of the big mistakes that I made in my youth was I was very reckless when it came to the use of credit cards. So as I was turning things around, I went to the other extreme and said, you know what, I don't want nothing ever to do with a credit card again. You can keep your credit card, Ty. You keep it. I don't want anything to do with it. And the problem wasn't the credit card. The problem was me. You are in control if you are in control. And so the point that I had to learn was that credit cards aren't evil. You just have to be wise, extremely wise, and extremely knowledgeable in what you're doing, and don't just be reckless and you'll be all right. Credit cards aren't evil. You just got to use common sense.
It's not that credit cards are evil. It's just how people use it. We personally have a credit card. Matter of fact, we have a video here on our channel. Do we use credit cards? If so, for what? And we pay our balance off in full every single month. So we never carry a balance whatsoever because we don't believe in having debt. But at the same time, it's building our credit. We're also getting certain rewards and perks and things like that on our credit card. I know that there are a lot of people who watch us that absolutely hate credit cards. And by all means, we don't pressure anybody in doing something that you do not feel comfortable doing. So you would never hear us saying, get a credit card, you have to have one. But for us, we do have one. We don't have a problem whatsoever. We do like to take a credit card with us anytime we travel, out of state or even out of the country. And we make sure that we use it responsibly.
The next thing that I wish we would have known 10 years ago about money is the importance of creating multiple streams of income. For me, I was very secure in having that paycheck on the 1st and 15th, and I thought that as long as I had a good job, good credentials, a good degree, that would be all that I need, until there was a point in our marriage where we had no paychecks. Neither one of us were working. And then there was another period, 4 years in a row, where our income went down each year. And that just showed me that, hey, you know what? You need to have options, and you need to create multiple streams of income, so if one stream dries up or becomes slow, you have other means of income coming into the household to keep you stable. So I just learned that it is important. It is, I think, imperative to always be creative and trying to think of ways to create multiple streams of income.
Yeah, and creating multiple streams of income does not mean that you have to go out and get another 9 to 5. It can be a side hustle. We share with you guys many side hustles here on our channel, how we made $400 plus more mystery shopping, how we also made $500 in 1 week selling furniture that we purchased from the thrift store, and how we also made money selling on Fiverr. So guys, there are so many different options. Again, we will make sure that we have all those videos in the description box below if you guys want to definitely check it out. The next thing that we wish that we would have known about money is never to ever, and I mean ever. Did I say ever?
Yeah.
Ever lend money.
No.
We did that within the first couple of years of our marriage.
Yeah.
We loaned out $6,000 to a family member, guys. $6,000 that we did not have, really, honestly. It was probably all of our savings. We were just working really, really hard to save, to probably throw towards something. But we wanted to help a family member out because they called us and they were in need. And Tal and I, we are people we love to help and things like that. But if we had a chance to do it all over again, we should never have done that because it very well could have hurt our family. Thank God we did get the money back.
Eventually.
Yeah, but we did learn because of the position that it put us in and the position that it put our family in. I mean, thank God that the family relationship was fine and was restored. But I mean, guys, it could have got really, really ugly because it was on the verge of getting ugly. You know what I mean? But after that, we said, no more. We do not lend out money. If we don't have it to give away to someone if they're in need, then we definitely will not lend it.
The next thing that I wish we would have known is that there's no such thing as a sure bet. Sometimes business opportunities or investment opportunities come across our way and they seem like they're surefire. There's no way that this can fail. And you throw a bunch of money at it and it fails because there's no such thing as a sure bet. Any investment, any business opportunity is going to involve some level of risk. And you need to know that going in. You need to accept that going in. And you need to know that this thing that you're trying to shoot for can fail. That happened to us early on because we tried to invest in real estate because all the TV shows had all these people flipping. People in our lives were flipping. And everybody was making money from flipping houses. So we said, we're going to flip a house. And so we went out, bought a house, fixed it up, made it pretty, put it on the market right in time for the market to crash, and we ended up losing a lot of money in that deal because we thought we had a sure bet, but anything can happen. A whole entire market can tank. And so you got to know that going in. Only risk money that you can be without.
The next thing that we wish that we would have known about money 10 years ago is that having a mortgage is dumb, you know? So pre-Dave Ramsey days, we thought, hey, having a mortgage was actually smart. Hold on to your mortgage for 30 years and take any extra money and like put it towards other things like investing and things like that, which some people do that and that's totally fine. But for us, we want to kill and knock out this mortgage as quickly as possible, guys. We share with you guys how $130 knocked off 13 years off of our 30-year mortgage, plus more now. And so we're extremely excited to hurry up and get this mortgage paid off. And we're going to be young and mortgage free.
Yep, and the last thing that I wish we would have known 10 years ago is to make SMART financial goals. The S stands for specific, the M stands for measurable, the A stands for attainable, the R stands for relevant, and the T stands for time bound. See, we were always dreamers, and we were always into talking and setting goals with each other. We said, we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, but that was all it would be. I mean, we would write it down, but we weren't specific. They weren't measured. They didn't have a time to it. There was no action steps. They were just dreams. And so in order for it to become a goal, there has to be steps, and there has to be attainable actions that lead you to ultimately attain those goals. So now we get it. We make goals now that have steps to it so that we can track our progress to see, are we getting closer to our goals? Is the decisions that we're making today pushing us in that direction or keeping us away from that direction? So always make your financial goals SMART.
That's right. And if you guys need help in that area trying to figure out, are my goals SMART and things like that, we have a post dedicated strictly to making sure that your financial goals and things like that is SMART. So you want to definitely check the description box below, and you can go over there and check it out and make sure that your goals are SMART.
Well, guys, that's our 10 things that we wish we would have known about money 10 years ago. But listen, as you all know, if you all have been following His and Her Money, you know that this is a community. It's not just about Talent and Ty. We want to hear from you. In the comment section below, leave a comment. Think back. What are some things about money that you wish you would have known 10 years ago? Tell us down in the comment section so that everybody can learn from the lessons that you have learned.
That's right. Well, guys, we hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to check us out over at our website at hisandhermoney.com and meet us back here next Sunday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, where you will see the both of us sharing with you.
Well, guys, that's it for this week. Until next time.
Bye.
Peace.